Hi, Mark here. Wednesday, July the 30th, 10 a.m. Eastern. That's 2 p.m. GMT. US session well underway. Let's have a look at the US dollar and the US dollar index to start. And you can see another really strong push higher from the index. I've got support at 98.47, resistance all the way up to 99.31. Demand for US dollars across the board today. Here in the hourly, you can see we had a big push higher about an hour ago, strong US data, and that has continued, and buyers now looking up at this 99.31 resistance. If there is going to be a turnaround from strong US dollar to weak US dollar, I believe it'll be at this area around this 99.30 where sellers would step in, try bounce down off this resistance area, looking down at support at 98.47, but we're a long way away from there now with US dollar looking really strong. Let's have a look at the majors, starting with the Euro US. And here you see strong US dollar against that, selling euro, buying US dollar, support now at 114.55, matching the support area from the middle of June. Sellers will look to test, break, maintain at this area, at this level, whereas buyers will look for buyers of euro, sellers of US. So if there's a turnaround from dollar strength to dollar weakness, this is where euro buyers would look to step in, bounce up off the support area, and look up at resistance at 115.72. Let's have a look at the pound. Strong US dollar against the pound as well. You can see that last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Support now at 132.85, resistance 133.86. It's already moved 100 pips down. Selling pound, buying US dollar looking strong against the pound. Let's zoom into that hourly. And there you can see the support now at 132.74. Again, if there's going to be a turnaround from strong US dollar to weak US dollar, and the pound strengthen against the dollar, would be off this area here. I believe that the pound would look to bounce up off here, looking up at the 133.86 resistance area. Let's have a look at the US dollar yen. Again, very strong US dollar against the yen past 5 days, looking to test the resistance from the 16th of July, and that resistance is 149.13. You can see today did test lower, selling US, buying yen, but that has turned around. Strong US dollar again, looking at this resistance level. If I zoom in on the hourly, there you can see the 149.13, that's the resistance area. If there's going to be that turnaround, selling US dollar, buying yen, from yen strength to yen weak, from US dollar strength to US dollar weakness, and yen strength would be a bounce down off this resistance area with support all the way down at 147.78. And then the US dollar Canadian. And again, US dollar strength, definitely. You can see how it's been going since last week into this week, buying US dollar against the Canadian, broke through the previous resistance level, and resistance now sitting at 138.18 and supported 137.61. Let's zoom in on that hourly. There you see that's a bearish candle, this last hourly candle from the resistance up here at 138.18, now sitting at that $1.38 level. Sellers will look to the 137.61 support area. So once again, very strong US dollar to start. We saw it on the index and against all the majors, sitting at very relevant resistance and support levels. If there is going to be a turnaround from strong US dollar to weak US dollar, we're seeing the levels, the resistance and support levels that will get a bounce from. At this stage, still strong US dollar to start the day.